Hello everybody and welcome back to the Sammy Snake Racing YouTube channel. If you want faster lap times in Gran Turismo 7 without buying new cars or tuning setups, then you need to master trail braking. Today I'll show you exactly how, where you can practice this and why it matters. So stay tuned. So what is trail braking? Trail braking means continually braking gently into a corner and not just slamming the brakes in a straight line. This technique helps to rotate the car, maximize grip and carry more speed through the turns. In that example, you could see how we trailed off the brakes the more we were turning into that hairpin. Here's what happens if you don't trail brake. If you keep the braking force at 100% and try turning into the corner, the limit of grip is lost on the front tyres, the car understeers forwards and you lose a lot of time. Today I'm going to teach you how to master the technique of trail braking. Okay, let's go through a series of complex corners whilst trail braking. As you can see, whilst I'm in a straight line, I am braking at 100%, but as soon as I enter the corner and start turning the wheel, I gradually release that brake pedal. The key to trail braking is mastering the steering input with the braking input. Imagine whilst that wheel is in a straight line, you can brake at 100%, and then as you turn 10%, you want to lift off the brake 10%. So they are uniquely linked. The more you turn, the less you brake, and this allows you to take the most speed around each and every corner, allowing the car to use its full grip of slowing the car down and going around the corner at the same time. Let's see that one more time with the Ghost in front of you so you can see where we're gaining time. We're able to brake later than the Ghost, carry more speed into the corner and really close the gap up just from trail braking. And by minimizing our braking inputs while steering, again, we are making gains whilst going into each of these corners. This demonstration Ghost is supposed to be a perfect example of how to take this section, but we are actually gaining on them in the corners. As you'll see, as I'm turning the car, there's very minimal braking input, but each and every corner that we take and we implement that trail braking, we are making small gains. Again, this is a master license test and we are closing the gap on the demonstration Ghost just from trail braking. We managed to beat the goal time by nearly 6/10 there. Okay, so this is a full in-depth guide about trail braking and braking in general to help you find pace. I don't think it would be right if I didn't talk about brake balance in this video. So if you go to the tuning menu and navigate down to the brake balance here on race cars, you can see you can adjust the brake balance either to the front or to the rear. Now this does affect rotation of vehicles. We're in the Porsche, which is a mid-engined rear-wheel drive car, and we've put the brake balance all the way to the rear. Now this is what can happen in cars that don't have a lot of stability, even when you trail brake. You'll see, I'll slow it down when we come into the braking zone here, and you'll see that this car is incredibly unstable. We trail brake into this corner and start releasing the brake, but because the brake balance is all the way to the rear and this is a rear engine car, the car is extremely unstable and tries to oversteer on us. Again, as we come into this next right-hander, we try and brake and turn, and the car just oversteers completely. This is something that you need to be wary of even when implementing trail braking. Be sure to check out my full video on brake balance explained to know exactly what to do when it comes to trail braking. Now, in this next example, we have the brake balance all the way to the front. It limits rotation, but it allows the car to be more stable coming into this corner. So again, we'll trail brake into this corner now, and it is so much more stable. It allows you to drive the car and be more confident. Even though the rotation might be reduced with some trail braking, you can still get the car to rotate pretty nicely, even with -5 brake balance, as you can see through this first sector. And we cross the line, I think it's a 29.540. And then finally, For you controller drivers out there who sometimes I get in the comments saying, oh, it's easy for you, you've got a steering wheel and pedals, I thought I would do a quick example using the controller to show that you can trail brake effectively using a controller. I don't use the controller very often, but this took me about 5 attempts to give you this example, and as you can see, trail braking can still be implemented pretty well as long as you are delicate with your inputs. Again, be sure to head to my channel and check out the video that I did for the best controller settings to make you even faster if you use a controller. And if we head over the line for the first sector, I think we matched the 29.5. In fact, we were a little faster. Okay, so now where can we practice this trail braking? I'd head to S1 of the master license tests. And as we can see through the visual representation in front of us, the braking is a little choppy into this corner and we don't really trail brake correctly, and that is evident by the gap that forms to the ghost in front of us. So rinse and repeat this license test, set the ghost to 0.3 seconds in front of you, and each time you get your trail braking correctly, you will see through a visual representation of this happening. If you close the gap up and you're on the back bumper of this Honda Civic and you maintain your exit speed, then you have trail braked correctly. Do this 10, 20, 30, 40 times until this motion of releasing the brakes whilst turning starts to become natural. And I can assure you that if you do this process, it will make you master trail braking, and you can take this technique to any track and any car to help improve your lap times. Okay, so I've talked a good talk about everything what you need to do to trail brake, which will make you faster in the game. How about I put that to the test by putting a full lap together in master license S8 as we try and set a gold time. So lose a little bit of exit speed on the first corner and show you that it does work. One little bit of advice I would give drivers out there using load cell pedals is to increase your braking force to quite high. It's very hard to trail brake if the pedal is too light and too easy to get to 100% braking force. Because as we come into corners such as that and we only want to put a small amount of braking input as we're turning in, we'll just dab on the brakes slightly. If it's too light, if the pedal is too light, it's easy to put too much braking force in, and if we're braking too much whilst we're turning, it creates a lot of understeer. So having the brake pedal quite stiff allows you to put those smaller inputs in that you really need when trying to be accurate with your trail braking. So as stiff as you can manage. So just keep the trail braking in slightly to turn the nose in, dab on the brakes again, turn it in, feed the throttle in. Again, hard on the brakes, then trail off as we turn in, up into third for the exit. This is probably just a lift. Yeah, got to lift a little bit. That wasn't very good, but it's good enough for a demonstration this lap. No braking in that corner, so you can't have a go at me for that. And same again, flat out around this left-hander. And then we're going to brake in a straight line. And as we turn the car, lift off the brakes slightly, just to allow the car to carry on slowing down whilst rotating. And we go over the line for a 2-minute 7.8247. There we go, trail braking in action. And there we have it, your comprehensive guide to trail braking, finito. I hope you found this video helpful. Before you go, if you could do me a small favor, hit the like button, make sure you're subscribed. We're on our way to 5,000 subscribers, and the more subscribers I get, the better content I can give you. So if there's any more videos that you'd like me to cover, leave a comment below and I'll see what I can do for you. But from the Racy Snake, it's over and out, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.